Hi there, it's Susan here, and today I'm going to do a review on Camtasia 9. I did have Camtasia 8 prior to this, but I'm happy to say I really do like version 9, and right away it differs by these items here: media, annotations, transitions, behaviors, etc. They were all listed horizontally, which didn't leave a lot of room here for the media that you're going to import. So I like the way these are separated down the side. So having talked about the media, we will import some in a bit. This is where you will see your video playback, and I'm now using the mouse scroll wheel to make that bigger and smaller. I like to keep it at that for now. Down here in these tracks at the bottom, you can see it says track 1. This is where you'll add your music, your video, and any other call outs that you might want to add. So let's get going by importing something. You can click on this little plus here. Okay, so I found my folder. I'm going to import a picture of an owl. There he is, and I'm going to do the same again and import another logo that I created just for the heck of it. So there you go. So I'm going to drag this picture here. You'll notice how it created a second track. I don't know why, but I like to keep the bottom track open for music. It's just something you get used to doing. I'm now also going to drag in this logo. You hit the play button here, and if that was a video, it would have been moving as a video. And you can see how it then, when the playhead comes over, it shows you that. Okay, so that's how you do that. Now let's say you want to transition between the two. You'll go to transitions, and they have a wide selection of transitions. What I like about version 9 is when you hover over it, it actually shows you there what the transition is. Some of them are pretty self-explanatory, like flip, but maybe you don't know what ripple is. There you go. And slide right, and obviously slide left's the opposite, which is kind of neat. So you get some really good effects. Honestly, I use fade a lot. So you can see it's got the yellow outline, which means you've selected that. You hold your mouse button down and drag it, and if you want to just drag it between those two, you can see it'll just transition between those two. But if I go more to this side here, it will also add a transition out at that side, so that's worth noticing. So I'll just put another one here. Oops, that didn't work. I'll put another one here, and there you go. We'll play that again, and you'll see now it will. Isn't that nice? It transitions into it rather than smacks you in the face with it. Can you see? You might be saying, well, that's okay. Why is this not fitting the screen? Well, you can drag it. Now let's say you wanted a white background. You're going to go up to here, to that top button, project settings. There's the color. I'm going to pick white and apply it. So you've got white there. And you'll notice that wherever the playhead is, that is where that's what's going to show. So let's stretch this out. These aren't the right proportions to stretch out, but if you wanted to, you could keep doing that, you see. So as it does, this by the way is 1280 by 720, the canvas size. All right, I do that because everybody uses that size for videos. I'm going to move the owl down now, and you can see this is hanging off. Hit the crop, it turns blue when you're in crop mode, and I can do that. Make sure you get back to your pointer, and there you are. You've made the owl fit. Now then, let's add some text to the owl. So I'm going to go up to here, annotations. You can add text in a balloon, speech bubble, in a thinking cloud. So you can either drag it on or drag it down here. You could drag it on there, then it's in its place. You can even drag this to wherever makes sense. And then you simply overtype it. If you wanted that to be bigger. Okay. Say you wanted the cloud to be that big, but you can make the text over on the right there bigger. But you can do it that way too. Alright. I'm going to delete that because I've demonstrated that. We're just going to put some regular text in. Like I say, you can drag it down there and then you can position it on here. You can do it two ways. Alright, so we've typed that. And if you look at the bottom down here, you'll see that there's a little triangle. Or here's a tip. When you want to see this bigger, hold the control key down and scroll with the mouse wheel and it stretches everything out, okay? You can see there's a little triangle and that's telling me that I've got other things attached to it, if you will, and it's telling me I've got a drop shadow. So I can click on the yellow on the bar and it turns it yellow, and you can adjust the drop shadow up here, okay? I'm going to just put that down again. And even this text, you can say, let's go back to transitions. You can drag it and make that fade in and fade out. Not a good example there. What I'll do is, can you see I'm going to shorten this clip now? Isn't that nice? Then you can make that shorter. You can also adjust how long it takes to actually fade in and out. So that's neat. This is all basically the usual Camtasia stuff. Like in version 8 it was the same. Behaviors are neat, which you apply a lot to text. You can have this where it reveals. So again, you select it and then drag it to the item. Click your play button. Isn't that neat? And you can drag a pulsating on it. So you can see it's now got a reveal and pulsating. So let's say you didn't want the reveal. So I'm going to get rid of the reveal just so pulsating stays. So we'll see what pulsating looks like. It's neat, isn't it? And you can see the drop shadow effect is a bit more pronounced there. And that's one kind of animation. Another animation is a bit harder to do, but I'm going to demonstrate it for those that don't know. I'm going to make this a bit smaller. I'm going to stick it there. This is the clip we're working with. This here is this here. Okay? I'm now going to add an animation, and I'm going to do a custom one. I'm going to drag it to it, and you can see this little arrow. Where you start out is where you want that to be. Well, I want it off the screen, and you can see this is why I like to zoom in and out. You get to see the area around it to where the actual object is. Now then, where this white ends up is where you want it to end up. So watch this. Can you see? And the length of that determines how long it's going to take before it comes in. So let's say I want it to come in quickly, but I want it to be more over here. Alright, so we'll take that back and we'll play that. It comes in rather quickly, so that's the other kind of animation. Voice narration obviously is when I want to record something over pre-existing video that you've created and you've plopped in the tracks down at the bottom. Audio effects, and when you get your music in, you can fade it in, fade it out. And let's say you've got a video that you could do to speed up, then you would apply clip speed to it. But I don't have a video here to show you, sorry, at the moment. All in all, I find it quite easy to use. There are shortcuts you can use. I've dragged in cookie on a baking sheet, and I'm going to put the video here. I'm going to hit the control key again and just use the mouse wheel in the other direction, then it's not spread out too far. We're going to look at this video now, and it's a cinematograph that I created with FlickGraph, which is also on the website that I've reviewed. I love the program, it's great. I created this with it, but the point I'm showing you this is the shortcuts where you can when it's highlighted I can just hit S and I can go here, click the segment again that you want, S, and then I can just say delete that, Say you just don't want that there. Okay, then it's going to go white until it reaches the other clip. But I can go like that if I want. You see, that's how you easily edit something. Okay, let's say you wanted that back. Well, watch this. Whee! I can delete that, and then here it all is. It's all back, so you don't need to worry about losing part of your clip here. All right, so that's showing you one of the shortcuts. I'm going to show you quickly how to do closed captioning, which is rather neat, but first I have to say something. So I'm going to hit voice narration and tell it to start recording. Of course it's recording me now, but let's see if this will work actually. Okay, this is Susan here, and this is a cookie demonstration of FlickGraph. Say stop. Off the screen it's telling me do I want to save it, and yes I do, so there it is. That's what I've just said now, so I'm going to be quiet, then you can hear. Okay, this is Susan here, and this is a cookie demonstration of FlickGraph. Okay, and as you can see there's lots of dead space there. You can also alter the gain on this. I find I've got a bit of a quiet voice. You can actually double click and make it 200 like that. Okay, that increases the depth and everything. And okay, this is Susan here, and this is a cookie. All right, and we can see that the peaks and valleys there, that there's nothing worth keeping there. And can you see how I'm just dragging the ends in so you've got your clips? That's how you can adjust a clip. What we're going to do now is create the closed captioning for it. But before I do anything else, I'm going to do a Control S to save this project. Okay, I just saved it, and this is a window telling me that I've saved it. In all the years I've been using Camtasia, I've been too lazy to say don't show it again. I actually like to know that it has saved what I'm working on, and if you look up here, you can see that it has saved it as a TSC project. Okay, TechSmith Camtasia, I presume the TSC stands for in project. So that's now been saved. We're now going to do the captions. So I'm going to say, I'm going to put my playhead where the text is here, where the narration is. Of course I can't remember what I said, so I'm going to play it. Okay, this is Susan here. Can you see the peak there? Okay, this is Susan here. Now then, you saw that I'd finished saying the word here right there, so I'm going to do that. Add a caption, play, and this is a cookie, right? And this is a cookie, and again I'd finished speaking there. Demonstration of FlickGraph. So this is a cookie demonstration of FlickGraph. Also, if you forget what you typed, you can look towards the left up here, and you can see, okay, this is Susan here, and this is a cookie demonstration of FlickGraph. That's how easy it is to have the closed captioning. Okay, this is Susan here, and this is a cookie demonstration of FlickGraph. Okay, so that's a neat feature relevant to version 9. There's lots more things you can do. This is just a very, very basic demonstration. But before I go, let's add some music. I am at the media, and over here, this is what is in the actual file here. This is where you go to locate all the things that you might have downloaded already and the items that are included with it. So I'm going to look at music tracks here. A simple way, right? So I'm going to drag it down. Of course, things don't behave when you're trying to demonstrate, correct? So here we go. purposely let it play that long because I knew it was going to drown me out. We don't need all of this clip here, so remember when I said you can just put that there, hit S and then delete what you don't need. This is obviously far too loud. You can turn the gain down here, or watch this, grab the green bar and move it down. Now then, I'm just going to see if it still drowns me out here. Okay, this is Susan here, and this is absolutely does. So now, with it still being selected, I'm going to take the gain down to like probably 10%, 8%. Let's see how that is. Okay, this is Susan here, and this is a cookie demonstration of FlickGraph. And basically, that's how quick and easy it is to make a video here. We are now going to export this. We're going to save it as an MP4, and this is important whenever you've got the closed captioning. You have to save it a special way. So I'm going to share, local file, custom production settings, and there's the video size. Hit the next button. MP4, that's fine. Next. If you wanted to use the controller, which I don't, so we're going to hit next. This is if you wanted to have a watermark at the back. I don't. Camtasia 9 review, that is fine. I've got to see where I'm going to put this. Okay, I found the folder Camtasia review, that's fine. We're going to save it. Then we're going to hit finish. I've discovered that if you don't do it that way, it will say, I can't do this because you've got the special closed captioning. And it's rendering the video now. And then it plays it back. Let me grab it. Okay, this is Susan here, and this is a cookie demonstration of FlickGraph. There you go. That's how easy it is to use it, really. One more thing, let's add the audio effects of fading out. As you can see, it makes it drop off. I'll just pull this up so as you can see it. Put it back down again. Any changes you do, Control S. There is an autosave feature, but what I've discovered, you wouldn't believe how many times I've crashed it when I must be going to do a Control S at the exact same time that the machine is doing it automatically. So I'd rather just save it myself as I go along, and I've had no problems since. Alright, I could go on forever showing you things, and it's a fantastic program. I wouldn't hesitate to recommend it. That's why I'm doing a review. This is basic. I've told you this is basic, but you need to start somewhere to learn about Camtasia 9.